Welcome back, everyone, for
hello.
another reaction.
Yes.
It seems like the time is finally upon us.
Oh, the time. That time.
Now, before we say what it is, I mean, you'll know from the title, but my original idea for a video this week was going to be going in, and you remember the mean tweets thing that I think, who did that? It was like Jimmy Fallon or somebody.
Yeah, I think so.
We were going to go in and kind of do a version of that where we were going to go through the Conjuring's Facebook page and, you know, read the posts and the comments because I thought it could be a good laugh.
Yeah.
They got kicked off of Facebook. They're gone.
I know, it's crazy.
But they made an Instagram account. So
Okay.
I was like, hey,
We could do that.
we could do that.
Yeah.
But then when I went to check today, it's gone.
Bye, Felicia.
It's gone.
So the internet.
Yeah, that place.
said, no.
I mean, it was only a matter of time. I could only imagine how she is going to get her message out there. I would imagine she's going to maybe move over to TikTok.
I don't know.
I'm trying to think.
know.
I mean, we're old, so I'm not hip with all these different social media platforms, but I would imagine she needs to be somewhere popular to get her message out. Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking if she isn't already, she'll be doing this on TikTok soon. But as far as, you know, the drama that's been going on, it is silenced now.
Wow.
It is silenced. Now, other things have come up this week. There was somebody, Jay Cart, we've talked about him in the last video, was being followed by accounts that were linked to the Conjuring house, Jacqueline Nunez, Cody Satori, and all these people. Turns out somebody's making fake accounts
Stop it.
and coming after people.
What?
Yeah. Like, this is getting deep.
What?
It's getting deep. Yeah. It's getting pretty crazy. Now, there is other paranormal drama in the world. I did see something today that if it unravels a little more, maybe we'll talk about it next week.
Okay.
But apparently, old favorites of the show, Sam and Colby, are getting trashed on by Seth Borden. I didn't watch the video yet, so maybe it could be clickbait, but that's what I took it as. So we may have to check into that.
Okay.
But for now, we are going to focus on what will hopefully be the end of the Conjuring drama.
Well, we can
Hopefully.
only hope because I think that it has gotten quite out of hand.
Like-
Quite out of hand.
Like Aleister Crowley once said, it got out of hand.
Yeah, that's right.
But I did find a Simply Strange video, same, Ben from last week. I enjoyed it so much that I thought I'd let him tell us what actually happened
Okay.
and see what we think about it. I'm honestly really just happy that she's gone. I'm so tired of reading about it.
No more.
Yeah, I mean, she'll probably watch everything that comes out on her now. So
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hey, Jacqueline.
Hello.
But let's get into this. I'm super curious as to maybe he has some insight of what actually went down.
I am very intrigued.
All right,
I'm
well,
very intrigued.
let's check this out.
Okay.
The Conjuring house situation just took another twist and yet another turn as the Instagram page that everyone seemed to think was Jacqueline Nunez's new outlet after her Facebook page was taken down was also taken down. So obviously over on over on Instagram, by looking up the Conjuring house and looking at the current pages, as you can see, it's no longer there.
It's
the one
gone.
that we were talking about, the one where all the posts were made, no longer there. And then going over to Facebook, still absolutely nothing. There is no pages, no posts.
This is true. I went on and I looked on all these platforms. I tried searching in different ways, using different names, and they are wiped.
So the internet ghosted them.
I got ghosted.
The internet ghosted the Conjuring house.
Mark Zuckerberg ghosted her.
He got his revenge.
I mean, look at all the trash he was talking about.
So much.
So, yeah, I can confirm. I tried to look for something because I thought it would be funny to read comments, and it just doesn't exist. It's
Wow.
gone.
That's crazy.
It's gone.
No people, no photos. Well, there might be some photos, but
Yeah, there's probably
not
photos.
from the official Conjuring house page. Everything thus far is gone. Okay, very, very odd. So obviously the page was taken down yesterday, and there was a specific reason as to why the page was taken down. Looking over on Brian.
What do you think it is? I think this will be if we do this sometimes. What do you think got her page taken down?
Maybe slander.
That's pretty good, actually.
Maybe like just slandering way too many people, and it just got too much attention. Maybe.
Yeah.
What about you?
I actually probably think the same thing.
Oh, okay.
So let's see if we're right.
Brian Dansereau's Facebook page. Everyone that's been wondering and asking about the Instagram page in question was removed, and it was not the owner everyone thought it was. So that's kind of led me to think, well, what does that even mean?
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean?
Like, this was where I first saw it. I was like, whoa, like the page, like that Instagram page isn't legit. Like, what? And then I got I got sent this image, which is from Satori, from Cody and Satori's Instagram story. And Satori said 13 minutes, ages ago, she said, "Hi everyone, it was confirmed that the Conjuring Instagram page that's being talked about recently was not actually the owner, and I know that it was removed because of this. It was proven and Instagram swiftly removed the page. I do also know that there were statements made about the staff on the post on the Facebook and Instagram. It's from an original Facebook post that was copied. Thank you for keeping us updated and being so caring. I want to keep you all informed. Please be careful who and or what you trust online," which is a completely fair sentiment. And
Interesting.
That's obviously led to a lot of questions, because obviously Jake Hart's art was quite,
Man, he's getting a lot of recognition.
Consciously attacked by this page. He was, the things were brought into question, and it was very weird, to say the least. Like, he was targeted. There was a post about him saying, "I'm watching you," and then there's more stuff. Turns out that this person was just a troll, just dummying the Conjuring house. And I mean, Jake Hart has taken this very, very hard, because obviously he created a video that I reacted to yesterday where he was saying this is absolutely legit. This has been cross-referenced by multiple people. I've cross-referenced it myself. So I got to his office, and what do I find out, man? What do I find out? Here's the proof. And it turned out to be fake, and he's taken that very, very hard. He even posted on my video yesterday saying, "Hey, hopping on and saying
I think some of this is when it happened, he made a video saying that, the Conjuring house was following him, and they're saying weird stuff like, 'We're watching you.'" Mm-hmm. And I think he's just being too hard on himself, because in his opinion, he made a video that wasn't true.
Yeah, and then he came up, I think, with an apology
He
video
did.
as
So,
well.
I mean, you know what, Jake Hart, come on, man.
It's all
you're
good.
You're good.
Yeah.
You're good. Anybody would have done the same thing, and at least you made it right.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's hard to keep up on a lot of this stuff. Like, you got to make a video, and literally the next day things can happen. So,
yeah, well, I mean, even by the time this comes out, there will probably be something new.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
I know there will be.
So don't be too hard on yourself.
Yeah.
Forget about it.
I messed up. It seems that the account was owned by a convincing troll and not the owner of the Conjuring house. My deepest apologies to everyone." And I've pinned that comment so as many people can see it, because people were saying, "Where's the Instagram page gone?" after yesterday's post. Where's it gone? Turns out it was just a troll. And over on Jake Hart's YouTube channel, obviously he made it's coming to an end. I think the Conjuring house drama, and obviously the owner apologized to me. People need to be aware of all the rest of it. But then there was this video here, which says, "Satori and Brian confirmed the account was fake. My apologies to the Conjuring owner." And I think it's only fair that we highlight this video from Jordan, because it is very remorseful. And I think he's taken this quite hard. But
he's a stand-up kid.
In all fairness,
You're all right, boy.
to Jordan, I don't think people are looking too deep into this, or as deep as Jordan is, because, this situation was completely exacerbated because he was obviously roped into it personally by having a post made. There was his Discord issues. Of course, it got very heated and it became very personal for him, and he wanted to make sure that he dealt with it appropriately. And by doing that, he went onto his YouTube channel to deal with it appropriately. Completely fair, respect it. And, the troll was very convincing. There were posts made. Obviously, there were copy and paste posts over to the Instagram page from Facebook.
Yeah,
we know that now.
I saw that.
But at the same time, there were posts made from behind the scenes stuff, and people had commented on it, of personal experiences from going to the Conjuring house. Now, I have my own theory on that I'll talk about at the end of the video, but I think it's important now to highlight this from Jordan because he is very remorseful. He does apologise, so let's take a look at what he's got to say.
Channel, your local bedhead here. So, as you can see on the side of me right now, these are a couple of the posts I have been seeing. Some of them were posted about 30 minutes ago to an hour ago. So this is something that's now coming out. So the Instagram page was removed. We all know that. And now we're getting word that this person was not the owner of the Conjuring house. Now, I have not seen any proof, like 100% proof, that would say otherwise. I'm just going by what they're saying, and that's fine.
I have heard it from multiple sources who have been messaging me over the past kind of couple of days. Well, not couple of days, over the past kind of 12 hours. And
I actually see what Jordan is saying. You have to take everybody's word. Everybody can send you whatever they want. They can send you the same stuff that you're showing us. And I guess unless Instagram itself sent you something and said, yeah, we took this down because it was fraudulent.
Yeah.
Like, how would you actually know?
Right. Like, how would you know ahead of time or at the time or even after unless you were informed like he was afterwards? And I think he might be being too hard on himself.
Oh, he's definitely being too hard on himself.
Because, like, things happen.
But he's dedicated to, like, being truthful and honest.
Absolutely.
You know, like,
that shows a lot of character.
He doesn't seem to shy away from liking the things that he wants to like and disliking the things that everybody else likes. Like, he's his own person, but he's definitely being too hard on himself when it comes to this topic.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't be.
Who have said that, you know, sources close to Jacqueline have confirmed to these people.
Again, though, that's just somebody saying it. I'm not going to name names
because they've asked not to be named. That have confirmed that this, you know, this is nothing to do with Jacqueline whatsoever.
They are saying it was not the owner. But a lot of them actually thought it was. There was a lot of people who truly believe that this was the actual owner because whoever was impersonating her did a hell of a damn good job. She's made so many unhinged posts on the real official Conjuring House website on Facebook. That you would almost believe almost anything. And I certainly was one of those people.
That's what makes it believable when a troll comes on, though, is that you can be as wacky as you want, and it's believable because of what she actually did.
Mm-hmm. So, and what she's made around herself falls in line so much with all of the stuff that has been going on.
Yeah, I could see her doing this.
So are we going to go and say that the text messages to Jason Hawes weren't her either?
I mean, I guess she could do that.
Like, what?
I don't know. It's confusing. Unless, I mean, it's okay to say, yeah, I'll believe it because everybody's telling me that, but you will never know for 100% sure unless one of the actual platforms reaches out to you and says, yes, it was a fake account.
Yeah.
When all of a sudden someone jumps into the Discord, starts doing all of this stuff, then I start slowly getting confirmation by people around the paranormal community saying that this is actually her Instagram account, and I started really to believe that this was in fact the owner of the Conjuring house.
Yeah, and a lot of people did jump on it and say, yeah, this is her legit page. You know, I had it from a few people saying, this is her Instagram page. Like,
no, it wasn't me. It was the one-armed man.
She's just shuffled everything across because Facebook's gone. And then there was the whole stuff about appealing Facebook, and then, you know, there was some unhinged posts, and it just seemed very parallel. And, you know, everybody was like, yeah, this has got to be it, because, you know, there's posts from, you know, things that we haven't seen yet from the Conjuring house. If you remember that lens flare photo that I showed you guys, that one was on there. That wasn't originally posted to Facebook, and there was another one on the stories, and the person who actually booked and visited commented on that Instagram post specifically. But again, I've got my own theory on that I'll talk about in a moment.
I feel like an idiot. I won't lie to you. I'm not proud of myself in the slightest. I don't feel good that I made all those videos. I hope Jacqueline Nunez and most of anybody can understand where my mindset was coming from.
I think he's looking at it wrong. I think he should be proud of himself for posting those videos because
Absolutely.
he showed to everybody like, yo, I will call you out.
Yeah.
If you're doing this, I will say something.
As
So,
he should.
I think he's just young and he probably just wants to make sure he comes off the right way to everybody. But
Right.
I think I don't see anything wrong with anything he did.
I don't either.
And the fact that he came back and corrected it, to me, says he's a stand-up guy.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So I hope he gets past it quick because he doesn't deserve it.
No.
I'm very glad I did not go unhinged myself and say a lot of things I felt like I would have regretted.
Do it! Just do it!
Now knowing what I know. So I think it's safe to say and confirmed to say that whoever posted those inappropriate pictures on my Discord was more than likely just a random troll. Probably somebody who had no relations to Jacqueline Nunez at all, probably just wanted to start beef, which was a theory that we did certainly have in the beginning of all this. It's just our mind started changing once we started seeing the posts on Instagram, once I started seeing the text messages from people in the paranormal community confirming that this was Jacqueline Nunez. I really started to feel like this was the actual person. Now, on my part, that is my fault. I should have looked into it more. I do go by, a lot of the times, I do go by what people say, who I think are very trustworthy people. And I guess this was just a situation where all of us were kind of fooled.
Got him!
I'm definitely not the only one who thought this was truly the owner of the Conjuring house switching over from Facebook to Instagram. I'm certainly not the only one.
You weren't. I
No,
fell
I
for
thought
it
it.
too. And,
Yeah.
I do also owe...
I saw in multiple groups, multiple posts, most of us believed it was actually them.
Yeah, absolutely.
And all of us showed up to go read it. So, yeah, that's a fair thing to say. Everybody believed it because it was
Yeah.
being pumped out to everybody. Like, hey, if you want to keep up with the craziness, this is where you can find her.
Yeah.
So,
And honestly, there wasn't anything to say otherwise either. So
no. But I guess, and to be fair, I guess you could just make one and make it look like that. But
yeah,
that's again like he doesn't know.
right.
I really hope I like him a lot, and I really hope he gets over this. But it does seem like he is moving forward because his latest video has nothing to do with the Conjuring house.
Yeah.
He's covering the topic that I was actually talking about earlier that we might move to and watch some of his videos next week where he's covering the Sam and Colby and Seth thing.
Oh, okay.
Which is, that in itself is funny to me.
Apologies to people that, especially Jacqueline, because though things have been pretty turbulent, and I stand by what I've said regarding the Facebook page and how people have been dealt with, the Instagram page, wasn't legit. And, I brushed her with, because of how similar the posts were, I brushed her with the same stuff, tarnished her alongside with that, and I do apologise to Jacqueline for that, sincerely. And, not that I think she watches this at all, but if she does by any means, then Jacqueline, I am sorry that I tarnished you with that brush.
Let's take a little bit of the yellow, reach up here, grab a little black. We put that in there, that'll make a beautiful green color.
And blamed you for the things that was going on with Jordan in particular, and his Discord and all the rest of it. So, yeah, I'm sorry.
This seems to be a moment where we kind of got bamboozled.
We've been tricked, we've been backstabbed, and we've been quite possibly bamboozled.
We got somebody out here trying to start YouTuber beef with each other. I think this person's agenda was to try to get everybody so pissed off at each other, get this drama continuously going. This drama might have ended a lot sooner than expected. And for that, I'm actually happy to hear that this Instagram stuff could be officially deducted as nothing more than a troll account. Trying to go after people, trying to make people uncomfortable, trying to just insert a level of drama and hatefulness and cyberbullying on top of things that were simply and clearly already being handled. It was already to a point where it was so bad already, and whoever did this wanted to amplify it. Disgusting behavior from whoever did this. I really hope legal action is taken against whoever made this account. I really do.
Yeah, and I stand by that.
I do too, but I don't feel like they're going to find out.
I don't either.
Because people make accounts all the time.
Mm-hmm. All they can do is shut down the account, and that's pretty much it.
Shut it down! Shut it down! Shut it down!
So,
but it is crazy. Like, I don't know to the extent of like what was said to him in his Discord and all that, because I don't do Discord, but I mean, it must have been pretty bad.
Yeah.
Because seems very unhappy.
Poor kid.
Yeah.
Because I think, ultimately this is trolling, of course, by definition.
Stop trolling me.
And Jordan's Discord was affected, which has got children in it, and there was NSFW posted within that, which is utterly horrific. Like, come on, man, behave yourself in that sense. Mimicking someone and then making the situation, which is already at a boiling point, worse, to the point where, you've caught the attention of people who are already kind of within the sphere. And, you're creating more content and then continuing to make someone that's not actually involved look bad. Like, there could have been some serious repercussions for Jacqueline Nunes if Jordan decided to take this further. And he was like, yeah, this is borderline. I'm not happy with this.
Harassment. Yeah.
This person's posting this, saying that they're watching me, and then posted a few stories talking about how I'm watching you and how creepy it is. Jordan could have taken that a lot further.
Oh, wow.
And Jacqueline Nunes, because of the belief that this was her page, could have gotten a lot more trouble unnecessarily and unfairly. And, that in every respect is utterly wrong, and that's not deserved for Jacqueline, that's not deserved for Jordan, because then that would have caused a massive kerfuffle for him, and at the same time there were innocent people caught in the crosshairs, like people in Jordan's Discord server. So whoever did do this, fair play for doing such a convincing job, but at the same time it was a bit of a douchebag move.
Yeah.
And to Jacqueline Nunes, I do apologize. 100% I apologize. If this is 100% true, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. This person was an absolute troll and was faking this account the entire time. I apologize. I should have looked into it more. And
normally when we do these reaction videos, I'm in a much more lighthearted mood. This is kind of bumming me out.
I know.
This is like, this isn't even fun.
It's not.
It makes me feel bad.
It does. And he seems so genuine in his apology, and like that his feelings are actually like
hurt.
Yeah,
his feelings are hurt. And I do agree, like, it's, as much as everybody goes at Jacqueline, it's not fair to her.
It isn't.
Because for once it wasn't her saying the crazy thing. I mean, so we're told.
I just don't understand why go after somebody and be like, I'm watching you, and like involve other people. Like, I don't get it.
Well, I mean, because everybody's covering her, so it's like the obvious person to pretend to be.
I guess.
I don't know. It is just so weird that somebody is so bored and pathetic that they are at home making an account to fake somebody to start problems and give problems to somebody else. And this kid has like been building his YouTube and he's doing good. Mm-hmm. Like, you should have went at somebody else.
Hey, why don't you pick on somebody your own size?
Somebody else who you weren't going to be able to really interrupt, and that would come back at you 10 times harder.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So whoever this troll is, what a weak move. You're a weak person. So weak.
No, Jordan says there that he should have looked into it more. There was no more looking into it possible.
Yeah, you couldn't.
The only way, right, that you could have absolutely, without 100% shadow of doubt, credited this as a genuine account is to go to the source, Jacqueline Nunes. But right now, Jacqueline's not talking to anyone.
Good.
All right? Like, you've even had the news, like local news shows reaching out to Jacqueline for comment, and she's choosing not to speak to them.
Good.
Why would she speak to a YouTuber who's covering the drama? She wouldn't. I don't believe she would anyway. She might do. I could be wrong. It's unlikely. But at the same time, I feel like Jordan's been very hard on himself in that sense, because, you know, we had sources coming to us saying, you know, I had sources coming to me saying, this is legit. This is her page. This is where she's putting everything now. Keep an eye on it.
Everybody believed it was
Jordan
her
had
page.
the exact same. So as far as, and these were like reputable people within the context of the situation. At least for me it was anyway. So I was like, okay, this is the real deal.
You trust me, I got your back.
And, you know, I'm just as disappointed as Jordan is, in the sense that it's not anyone's fault. I'm not pointing fingers saying, you've led me down the wrong path. No, I'm not doing that whatsoever, because nobody was to know. And that's the point I'm trying to make. Nobody was to know that this was not a genuine Instagram account, because it was so convincing.
I thought it was real.
I take full credibility for everything I've said, everything I have posted about this whole account.
Hey man, stop being so hard on yourself.
I second that. I take full credibility for everything that I've posted about this Instagram account, because I've made, I think, 1, maybe 2 videos on.
Luckily, we didn't do a video on it. we were going to.
Yeah, we caught it on the tail end.
I mean, I just feel so bad.
I do too.
The situation, and you know, I've been less than fair to Jacqueline in that sense, because it actually wasn't her. So yeah, I take full credibility for that.
Gave views to a troll. I gave views to somebody, a profound idiot. I'm not proud of myself. I'm actually very disappointed in myself. Again, I hope everybody can understand where my mindset was, why I truly believed that this was the owner. I'm certainly not the only one. I had a conversation with Satori Haas not long ago, going over a small conversation about the Instagram account and whatnot, and she found some things odd. I assumed that what she asked me was, was she able to use Discord? She was never a tech person, and I just assumed it was very self-explanatory. Once you click on the link, you can just make an account and then join. That's what I thought. So that was my mindset and where I was thinking that's what she did. Clearly, it shows that I just do not know everything. I was going by the word of some people, still people I trust 100%, but I think if this really is the case, where this was a situation of it being a troll, and it's beginning to lean more into that possibility, then I apologize to every single person here for throwing these accusations out there without knowing 100% that this was in fact the owner of the Conjuring
But there's no way
house.
for you
and
to
I wasn't
know
going to say
100%.
nothing. That's probably why it took me a while to even make that post about the Discord server and the inappropriate picture, was because I was kind of waiting for confirmation. And then when I had some people reaching out to me and telling me, well, on my live stream that this was in fact that person, I was like, okay, well, now I have confirmation. But I should have waited a little bit longer. And for that, I do apologize. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Do you think this is 100% a fake account?
I think it is.
I think it is, because it's gone.
Yeah.
And when I was listening to him, he said something about there was like a inappropriate picture posted in there. And I mean, I'm not going to say that like she wouldn't be able to do that, but that's not really her MO.
Right.
Like she'd maybe go off words wise, but
yeah.
A picture, I don't know.
With a strong letter to follow.
A strong letter to follow. God, I hate that. But I just, he's just being too hard on himself. I can't say it enough.
And he couldn't know. He couldn't have known.
Nobody can know for sure anyway. I mean, we can all speculate, but there's no way to know for sure.
I think it is. I'm going to stop Jordan's video there. If you want to check out the full thing, I recommend you go over to his channel. He also did a live stream where he talks about it a bit more in depth. So I highly recommend you go and watch that as well. But like I say, I don't think that Jordan's at fault. I don't think anybody is ultimately at fault for this, apart from the person that created the Instagram account. That's not me deflecting blame. That's not me trying to be like, we're not in the wrong. Because yes, we are in the wrong for creating the video without getting solid proof. But, like I say, without going to the source, who's probably not going to talk to us anyway, we got pretty solid confirmation from people around the idea. But like I said, I've got a little theory. Potentially, I can't point fingers at all on this whatsoever. But there was obviously a post that was made, which kind of confirmed to Jordan, confirmed to me, and it was kind of like, yeah, that does make a really good point. Was the person who obviously posted there was the image of the Conjuring house experience that this person had there. And, you know, the person also commented on that talking about their experience or whatnot. Could that have been the person, potentially, that created the page? Like I say, no definitive proof. Cannot say
could have been a million
categorically
people.
that's absolutely the case.
Could have been so many people.
It's only a theory. But, you know, like, at this point, who even cares about that Instagram page? I think the less attention that we give that, the better.
That's where we're going to end it with him. I think this may be the last thing that we touch on the Conjuring house for a while.
That's fair.
We were only just reacting to the things that were going on. You know, we're not really, I've said it in the past, we're not adding anything to this.
Right.
And I'm ready. I'm ready to do something new.
Yeah, I don't want it anymore.
And it's just, you know, she's gone and she's not really talking to anybody anymore. So the battle is won for now. At least it's for now.
I mean, still boycott the Conjuring house.
Yeah.
But I mean, unless there comes like some legal ramifications for the messages that Jason Hawes turned over or anything significant.
Yeah.
And it's getting
old.
It's getting old.
It's getting old.
And it's getting like more minuscule type things, you know?
I want to get
just like little bits and pieces of little stuff. Like
I want to get back into watching questionably paranormal stuff.
Me too.
So, I mean, it's up to everybody what you think, but go show Jay Cart some love. I feel like he could use it right now.
Absolutely.
And his channel's worth it. You'll like it.
It is. He's great.
I guess go follow Simply Strange and check out our podcast that we also put on here.
That's right.
And we'll see you guys on the next one.
Bye.